Hello there and welcome back to part 2. Today's video marks the end of the beginning as we delve into the first stage of the most brutal battle in the Clone Wars. If you haven't already watched part 1, I highly recommend doing so to get a better understanding of the events unfolding here. Before we begin, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's dive in. The battlefield is ablaze with smoke and fire, with destruction raining down upon both clones and droids alike. The main gate has been opened. Out storms an army of the 501st and the 187th serving under the Jedi, Master and Mace. General G is holding his own against the two Jedi.
Just you wait. The venom and the trust is coming. You're not prepared.
He kicks Mace away while blocking the rapid attacks from Ahsoka. Bo-Katan uses a quick getaway to escape the General's grasp, but not everyone was as fortunate. Captain Purple has been turned into Captain Red as his organs are leaving his body. Down the tower is the scout trooper who forgot his green card. If you have not watched part 1, please do so in order to get the full C-Coin experience. This scout trooper fell victim to the General's massive python. But wait, there is more intrigue as Count Dooku and his formidable Magna Guards lurk behind a shield of battle droids, while the menacing presence of Jango Fett hovers above his aerial assault. The approach of the Spider and Tri-droids escalate the tension further. To make it even worse, the MTT has started moving closer. One AAT has already been destroyed. Out the trapdoor crawls a droid pilot while bursting into flames. Luckily, Asajj Ventress jumped off just in time and is now making her way towards the clone base. Venturing across the battlefield are the relentless droid speeders, though their journey is often cut short. Witnessing one of them collide into the wall evokes a sense of pity. Alongside, two clones lie with bodies twisted, bones broken.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Perched atop the wall, clones endure heavy casualties, facing brutality from the agony of being consumed by flames to the crushing weight of their own artillery. Despite the grim circumstances, there is a glimmer of hope. Commander Purple stands resolute alongside an intact heavy cannon, a beacon amidst the chaos. Impatiently, the Mountain Man charges headlong into his own allies, driven by an unparalleled bloodlust that leaves carnage in its wake. The main gate defenders find themselves rapidly dwindling in numbers under the relentless assault. Urgent action is imperative to neutralize the distance threats of the AAT snipers, lest the Separatists breach their defenses. Yet, the true nightmare looms ahead as the menacing MTT advances, its formidable armor presenting a daunting obstacle to overcome. Behind the formidable wall of defense, additional clone troopers mobilize, fortifying their positions in anticipation of the inevitable onslaught. Captain White assumes command, leading a contingent of troops into strategic battle formations. Meanwhile, Commander Satire remains steadfast at his post, conferring with the chief medics of the 501st as they brace for the influx of casualties requiring urgent attention. Amidst the chaos, Officer Donata grapples with the weight of a difficult decision. Contemplating the grim reality, he faces the agonizing choice of sealing the main gate, sacrificing his comrades to delay the inevitable breach by the Separatist forces. It's a harrowing sacrifice, buying precious time for the remaining troops to bolster their defenses and prepare for the onslaught that looms ever closer. Amidst the tumult of the battle, small walkers surge forward, agile and relentless, leaping over obstacles with remarkable speed. Meanwhile, amidst the protective cover of stacked crates, Jedi Master Ki-Adi-Mundi delivers an impassioned speech to his assembled troops.
Today, we fight for more than just the Republic. We stand as guardians of liberty, defenders of peace. The Force is with us all.
Hovering above the chaos is the Republic gunship with even Peel among its passengers. General Skywalker, positioned in a building across the street, signals Peel to take action. Amidst the tension, Skywalker's secret love, Padme Amidala, stands by his side. Specialist snipers remain poised, awaiting the order to engage, while behind the balcony, anticipation mounts. As officers gather around the holotable deliberating on the best course of action, it is Jedi General Ace Croc who ultimately dictates the strategy. Meanwhile, near the exit leading to the second line of defense, C-3PO awaits the arrival of Captain Rex. Finally, Captain Rex and his men move swiftly across the wall, the pieces of the puzzle falling into place. The stage is set for the commencement of the battle's second stage. Beneath the towering wall, a gate swings open, and a formidable platoon of clones emerges, led by the esteemed Jedi ET. In front of them, more clone troopers fortify, some even rushing towards the upcoming battle. Inside the building's first floor, the spec troopers receive a stern lecture from Jedi Master Tip.
You say anything like that again to me, you'll receive more than just my tip.
My apologies, Master Jedi, stammers the leader of the heavy troopers, realizing the gravity of his mistake. The tension in the room becomes palpable as the troops watch in silence, understanding the severity of upsetting Jedi Master Tip. In the distance, a tall building looms behind the fortifications, housing many key figures of importance. Inside, the reception area initially appears deserted, until you take a closer look. In the room above lies the medic bay. Among the people stands Mr. Bubbles and the mad scientist, Dexter Schweinstein. Within these walls, Dexter's latest experiment takes shape, a daring fusion of science and abomination, drawing from the DNA of the infamous Morton.
I smell period.
He applies it to his test subject, Queso the Fit. However, tension escalates as Bubble lunges at Dexter, intent on halting the experiment. Yet, with astonishing speed, Dexter fends off the assault with one hand, his focus unbroken as he adds the final ingredient to fulfill his vision. On the third floor, the planning room hums with anticipation. Plo Koon has finally decided to act. He stands ready with Wolf and Steeltooth by his side. Meanwhile, atop the roof, the air reverberates with the thunderous roar of the heavy cannons, each shot a defense challenge against the advancing Sith army. Yet, amidst the chaos, a dangerous oversight emerges. Sven Erik's cannon has become unstable and is bursting with small flames from its side. Advancing toward the fray is Luminara Unduli, leading her platoon of clone troopers with unwavering determination. Close behind her strides the negotiator himself, General Kenobi. Perched atop an ATT, alongside him the troopers of the 212th Battalion march steadfastly, each prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice in service of the Republic. Standing sentinel by the entrance of the nearest building is Captain Vaughn, his gaze sweeping over the unfolding chaos. Within the building's confines, the once lively arcade machine is now abandoned, a stark contrast of the grim scene that unfolds within. In a corner of the room, the homeless man lies motionless, his life extinguished, a telltale residue of white powder adorning his lips. Near the bar, two clones seethe with anger, their demands escalating into threats against the staff, demanding more chicken or facing dire consequences. Amidst the crates of food, a grisly discovery awaits, a clone officer's body cruelly mutilated and hidden from sight. On the second floor, Jedi Knight Nadar unleashes his pent-up fury upon the Gestapen leaders. With a surge of dark energy, he employs the Force to choke two of them. Their desperate struggles met with the chilling laughter of the remaining leader. Despite attempts to intervene, Nadar remains untouchable, consumed by his overwhelming rage. Outside the Senate building, Agen Kolar and Commander Fox oversee the final preparations for defense, rallying the Coruscant Guard behind them. With the fate of the Republic hanging in the balance, they stand as the last line of defense against the encroaching darkness, ready to confront whatever horrors the battle may bring. Behind the main door, Senate officers gather around the holotable, focused on urgent matters. However, disruption ensues as the Utapawan engages in inappropriate behavior with a co-worker. Across the room, two senators grow irritated by Jocasta Nu's presence, threatening conversation. Quickly, three officers from a nearby table intervene. Before the situation escalates into a brawl, Commanding Officer Snape swiftly dispatches his two personal guards to handle the disturbance, with the orders to eliminate any interference. Shock ripples through the room as the occupiers grapple with the sudden threat in what was meant to be their sanctuary. Observing the chaos with calm demeanor, the venerable Jedi Master Yoda offers no additional attention to the unfolding turmoil. His wisdom transcends such petty conflicts. On the building's second level, tension hangs thick in the air. Officer Rash's true nature has been exposed, sending shockwaves through the ranks. Two officers, enraged and disgusted after discovering Rash's damning diary, confront him as he makes his way towards the exit. With a chilling smirk, Rash acknowledges their accusations, unapologetic in the face of their fury. Meanwhile, by the holotable in the room's center, panic grips the gambling addicts as they realize the extent of their folly. They have bankrupted the entire Republic, plunging it into a financial ruin. In a dark corner of the room, Officer Trent's actions are equally unsettling. Abusing his newborn son, he holds the infant against the wall in a chokehold, his words dripping with venomous denial.
You are not my son.
His delusions laying bare the depths of his fractured mind. Out on the balcony, clone troopers maintain their disciplined march while Officer Queso is caught in a compromising position, making love to his food once again. On the second balcony, suspicion hangs heavy as Mon Mothma casts a wary glaze towards the Senate, her head filled with mistrust. And beside her stands Billy Cray and Musty.
We do not care.
Inside the third floor, Starvin Marvin's journey reaches a tragic end as he succumbs to his deteriorating condition. Having burned his last calorie, cradled in the arms of a fellow officer, Officer Floyd pays his respect by removing his cap in a solemn gesture towards the fallen comrade. Meanwhile, the Starbucks girl indulges in a particular drink, sipping on the white fluids of her male co-workers.
What a mess.
Adding yet another layer of peculiarity to the scene. On top of the roof, there are 3 Jedi Masters still: Shaak Ti, CC Tin, and Kit the Fister. And that will be all for part 2. Be sure to like and subscribe and share this video with your clone brothers. May the Force be with you.